All right, so in this video, we're going to take a look at some more scatter plots and our correlation between them. And we're going to look at that line of best fit that we just learned how to draw in the previous video and kind of learn how to use that to estimate, or approximate an amount. So the scatter plot shows time spent texting and time spent exercising by each of 25 students last week, as shown in the line of best fit, also shown as the line of best fit for the data. So with this one, you can see I kind of have all these blue pop-ups. So I have a note down here. Those would be drop-down menus on ALEKS. They wouldn't just be popping up here in little speech bubbles. But I did that just so that we could do this on the worksheet. But let's look at the scatter plot and kind of think about what it's showing us. So time spent exercising versus time spent texting. So again, we've learned before on these ones, time is a limited resource. If I spend all my time exercising, I probably am not going to spend as much time texting because I'm already spending that time doing something else. If I'm spending a whole lot of time texting, I'm probably not really working out because I'm literally standing there texting. So that time is limited as far as what I can use it for. Okay, so if we look at this, if I spend the most here looks like 9 hours exercising, then we can see I spend very little time texting, right? This is about half an hour maybe texting, okay? But if I come all the way over here to the other side and I spend about 9 hours texting, then most of the time I'm not spending as much time exercising. But we do see what these outliers, where it's kind of outside of the data, where this is saying that they're spending 8 hours exercising and 9 hours texting. So that's 17 hours out of the day right there. That's literally all they're doing for the day. They're texting and they're exercising. They're not doing anything else apparently, because that is definitely a lot of time spent doing those two things. That doesn't leave a lot of time for anything else. Because remember, there's only 24 hours in a day. So that only leaves an extra 7 hours there for sleep and eating and, doing any other, resting activities, anything like that. There's not a lot of extra time there. Okay, so those are definitely kind of outliers. But most of the data seems to follow this trend line where the more time we spend texting, the less time we spend exercising. So let's answer the questions out here. For 25 students, as the time spent texting increases, the time spent exercising tends to, and again, I had that pop up. We can see this negative line, it's decreasing, right? The time spent exercising is going down, okay? For 25 students, there is a negative correlation between the time spent texting and the time spent organizing or exercising. And we see that because I'm using red for the negative, or the negative slope. But if it's going down from left to right, that's a negative correlation. If it was going up from left to right, that would be a positive correlation. So that's just kind of the basics of slope there. So using the line of best fit, we would predict that a student texting for 5 hours would exercise for approximately, so if we look over here and we say texting for 5 hours, we go right here to the line of best fit, and then we go across. So that's coming right below that next line here. It's right below it. So it's not at the 5, it's right below the 5, but almost right on it. It almost looks like it's right there. So I'd probably go as close to that as I can get with the 4.9. Okay, because it really does look like it's on the 5, but it's just right below it. So on ALEKS, they would definitely expect you to pay attention to that. It's not actually on the line, it's right below the line. Okay, so it's 4.9 hours. So that is using scatter plots and the correlation to find missing data. And I hope that helped, and I'll see you in the next video.